Hi Cancer, this is your general reading for the month of October. First of all, I want to start by saying that I have had to make a few changes to the general and relationship readings in terms of the amount of cards being laid out in the spreads, purely because I wanted to start to do videos for the single people as well. And you know, in terms of the timing of recording all these videos and uploading them, I've had no choice but to try to shorten them to some extent, but hopefully it won't have an effect on your reading at all. You are the fourth sign for me to record so far for the month of October, and you are the only sign at the moment that has none of your own energy in the reading, and your energy being water. You do have 4 pentacle cards on the table. So it is possible that some of you may be dealing with an earth sign, which could be Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo. But it doesn't mean that you are dealing with those signs. It could just be the energy for each card that you are dealing with for the month of October. The pentacle cards are a very grounded energy, and they do represent our finances, our material world and our work. But anyway, I have already pre-shuffled and laid out the cards, so we'll see what each one reveals. Now, the first card you have is the 6 of Wands. It is reversed. This is the energy that's being brought in for this month. Now, this card I do prefer to see in the upright. When it's upright, it indicates a victory, okay? The wands represent fire. The fire energy is very much action. It's a doing energy with speed and passion. They represent Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Now again, it doesn't mean you're dealing with one of those signs, but it's possible. But the 6 of Wands reverse can show that maybe at the moment you are lacking in confidence within yourself or within a particular situation within your life. It's possible you could be feeling insecure within a relationship. Now, this is a general reading, so I'm not saying that we are talking about relationships here, but in terms of the energy of this card, it is possible that you may be feeling some insecurity within a particular relationship within your life. Doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be a friendship, it could be a member of your family, it could be a working relationship, okay? When the 6 of Wands is reversed, it can sometimes warn you to expect some sadness, but to know that the sadness is not permanent, okay? That this will pass. It can be a card as well of feeling overlooked in some way. That maybe you, in terms of a work situation, maybe you feel you've been overlooked, as example, for a promotion. Or maybe you are the one that is doing all the hard work and putting all the time, energy and passion into this particular job, but maybe others are getting the pat on the back and you feel that you are being overlooked and not rewarded for the efforts that you are putting into something. It can as well talk of that maybe you have been waiting to hear of some news in regards to something, and there could be a delay with hearing this news. It does not mean you are going to not receive the news, but there can be a delay. which can then cause you to possibly speculate that other people are scheming behind your back. But it doesn't necessarily mean that. It could just simply be that for some reason or another there is a delay, but it's causing you to feel concerned or worried in some way. Generally, it is a card of feeling some disappointment about something within your life. So it's not a good energy to start with, but we'll see how things unfold. Now, the next card you have is our first Pentacles card. It is the Knight of Pentacles. It is upright and it's fallen within the position of what's crossing you, what's helping and hindering. Now, the Knight can be a person in your life, okay? And the Knight of Pentacles, in terms of a person, can be somebody that is loyal, honest and trustworthy, okay? But it could be at the moment that you just feel that you are plodding along, okay? That you could feel life has become just a bit of a routine. And you feel, as I said, that you're just plodding and plodding along. But what this card is saying is that in terms for you to make sure things are done correctly and for you to reach your goal, you may have to endure this feeling of being in a routine and plodding along. Because this card is very much about being patient. That whatever it is you are trying to achieve, accomplish, or do, you're gonna have to be patient. It's not going to happen overnight. It's about timing. And there may be days or moments where you are going to feel this, I don't want to say where you're stuck in a rut, but that kind of feeling that goes along with that goes along with everything has just become a routine. But as I said, for you to reach your goal, you're going to need to go at a measured pace, which maybe you're not wanting to do. Maybe you're wishing to speed things up, okay? Now, this could be in terms of how you are feeling, but it could be, as I said, somebody that is around you that is behaving in this way. But I think this card has shown up in this crossing position to help you to see that you are on the right road, so to speak, and you're on the right road to achieving your goals, but it's going to require patience, and it's going to require you to have to sustain that kind of boredom stroke rut stroke routine feeling to be able to get to where you want to be. So continue plodding along, okay? Because sometimes you can't always run before you can walk. Sometimes in life things do take time, and they do require us to plod rather than run. Now here, the only other energy we have on the table is the Seven of Swords. Now the swords are air energy. They represent our mind, our thoughts, our logic, our thinking, our perception, our mental perception on things, okay? The air element represents Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Now, this has fallen within the foundation position. The Seven of Swords is really, it's not a great card. It can indicate lies and mistrust. It can speak of there possibly being somebody around you that you feel you cannot trust, that maybe you feel is lying to you in some way. In terms of a relationship, it can, I have to say, it can indicate that somebody may be cheating within the relationship. But overall, it's somebody that's acting in an underhand way, okay? Somebody that is being selfish, and somebody that has secrets. Somebody is kind of like, you may find that you're going to have to fight hard to keep hold of something that belongs to you. Now, because this is to do with our minds, it's not our emotions, it's not our actions, it's all to do with the thoughts. So it's possible, you know, that if somebody around you is behaving this way, it's not like a conflict as in terms of a physical type of fight or that type of energy. It's not even an emotional energy. It's that pure mental logic where somebody is cunning and devious. And as I said, acting in a dishonest way. Acting in these ways for their own purposes, for their own hidden agenda. It can, on the other side, also speak about some thoughts that you may have within your mind, okay? And your thoughts are running away with you. Maybe you are feeling that somebody is keeping secrets from you, lying to you and being dishonest with you, but it may not be the case. It may just be that these negative thoughts within your own mind are literally running away with you and making you see a person in this negative way when actually that may not be the case. Now, here's our next Pentacles card. It is the Queen of Pentacles. So it can talk about a person being a queen, but it doesn't have to. And because it is a queen, it doesn't even have to be a woman. It's not, gender specific. Now, this has fallen within your near past position, okay? Now, the Queen of Pentacles, she's somebody that looks before she leaps, okay? Now, this could purely be that in the past, you have needed to do that. You have needed to exercise some good judgment before making a major leap or decision within your life. Because as I said, the Queen of Pentacles is extremely grounded. And she's not the sort of person to go and do something without thinking over every aspect of it before acting it out, okay? It's an energy about security, putting roots down. Now, it's possible that in the past you have finally kind of decided to do that. That maybe you have felt that you finally need to put roots down somewhere and make a commitment to something and stick with it. Then that brings security to you. Because we see with the Knight of Pentacles about reaching your goal, but in this plodding along fashion, not rushing things, okay? And as I said, the Queen of Pentacles does not rush. It's not an energy to rush. It's an energy about looking before you leap, exercising good judgment, and then putting down roots, and making a commitment to something that you're going to stick at. The Queen of Pentacles also is a very astute business person. And she can show affection to others in terms of gifts, because you find with the earth energy, it is very grounded. It's not an over emotional or passionate energy. I don't want to say that the earth energy is materialistic, but they do like the finer things in life, and they do like, material wealth and material objects around them. Now, it could also be that in the past you may have, as an example, you may have bought a house. You may have finally made a decision to buy a house. Put the roots down, make the commitment, and buy the house. Bring in that security to you within your home environment. But either way, in some area of your life, you have decided, I think, to put roots down and to finally commit to something. Now here we have our next Pentacles card. It's the Two of Pentacles. Now this card, with most twos, most twos in the suits are to do with choices and decisions and possibly juggling. Now, the Two of Pentacles speaks very much of that. It's about juggling things, okay? You may feel, and this card's fallen, I should say, within the here and now, the more present moment. So it's possible at the moment you may feel you are juggling a couple of things, okay? You may feel you're juggling your work life against your social life, or your work life against your home and environment, or your work against a relationship. It could be two types of work. Maybe you're still employed for a company, but you're also trying to start your own little business, and you're having to juggle the two, because it's very much about feeling that you need to be a master juggler at the moment. It could be something in terms of finances, that you feel you are having to juggle your finances at the moment. Maybe a little bit of robbing Peter to pay Paul. But, you know, just in general, maybe juggling your finances. Now, you know, if you've decided to make this big purchase of a new home as an example, well, then that could require some juggling within the finances, okay? If you've decided to make a commitment in terms of your home, and putting roots down somewhere, that may require some juggling and shifting about with your finances. It can show a harmonious business partnership. So it's not a bad card. It just shows that life could be a little chaotic at the moment, either in terms of finance or some other area of your life. There may be some chaos going on, and it's requiring you to feel like you're juggling just too much at the moment. So it's not a negative card, but it is very much a card about juggling. Now you can see in the background there's these two boats and they're on choppy waters. Now, you know, again, that water could be showing emotions, because water does represent our emotions. And the coins in the man's hand obviously can represent finances. So, you know, maybe there's some juggling going on in regards to finances and your emotions in some way. You know, I don't know. But either way, you're juggling something in some aspect of your life. Now, here we have the Six of Pentacles. This has fallen within the final outcome position. Now, this is a card I prefer to see in the upright position than I do reversed. When it's reversed, it can show a block in happiness or generosity. Because when this card is upright, you can see the man has the scales in his hand and the scales are balanced, okay? The man standing up is presumably he's wealthy. He has enough. He has more than enough to satisfy his own needs and have leftover. And what he's doing is he's giving the money to the two men that need it and is helping them. And he's not going to ask for the money back. It's like it's a gift. He has more than he needs, so he's sharing his wealth. When it's reversed, it's almost like the man is taking the money back. It looks very much like the coins have left now the poor man's hands and are falling back into the hands of the rich man. So, you know, it can show that there is some neediness going on at the moment. Maybe you are feeling quite needy within some area of your life, okay? It doesn't have to be in terms of finance, but it could be. Maybe you feel that there is not enough money to be able to juggle things at the moment. Maybe you feel you've taken on more than you can chew in regards to a financial matter. It could be that maybe you are feeling quite needy on an emotional level. But to be honest with you, within this reading, I don't see very much. There's no water cards here. I don't see much emotion within this reading. It seems to me to be more to do with either work or finances in some way, okay? It can as well sometimes show an absence of understanding with this card. It can as well show that maybe you have lent money to a friend and they haven't paid you back. And the chances are they're never going to pay you back. It could be that you have taken on a debt, that you have a debt to repay yourself, and you're not in a position to pay the debt back. In terms of a relationship, it can signify that maybe you are the one that is giving too much within the relationship and you're not getting back as much as you are giving. But either way, somebody could be acting in a stingy way, refusing to honour and pay back debts. Somebody could be making false offers. And somebody could even be tantalizing somebody else with a cash offer, but in regards to a bribe of some sort. That kind of like, well, if I give you all this money, then you need to do this for me type thing. Now, I don't know if that's going to make sense to anyone or not, but it can speak of that sometimes. It can show in terms of a relationship that one person likes to spend the money and one person likes to give the money. It's very, very much about finances, this reading. Somebody is being dishonest here. It's either your thoughts are running away with you and you feel somebody is lying and being dishonest, or somebody is being dishonest and lying, okay? We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is reaching your goals but at a slower pace. We have you juggling things and life feeling quite chaotic at the moment. I think I'm going to pull from the top of the deck this card. This is a clarifying card for the outcome. Now, we've got a major arcana here, okay? Now, this is your only major arcana card. Again, you are the first reading I've done today that doesn't have any major arcanas until now. You've got the Chariot, and it is reversed. Because I want to see if this can help clarify in some way. Now, the Chariot reversed is speaking about feeling oppressed or restricted in some way. It can speak about a particular driving force within your life gets out of control. And you could be the one to suffer through the lack of somebody's sensitivity to your basic needs. Because it can talk about somebody being selfish, either in a relationship or a business partnership. And their selfishness, they don't even seem to know they're being selfish, or they don't care. Their selfishness just knows no bounds. Now, I don't think this is you behaving in this way. I think this is somebody else around you that's behaving in this selfish way. It could be you, because the energies of the cards can go both ways. It can go from you to somebody else. And only you'll know if you're acting in this selfish way. Because somebody is asserting themselves and behaving in a very controlling way towards somebody else. Somebody's kind of standing there, and as I said, is being extremely selfish. Now, if it's not you behaving in this way and it's somebody else, what this card suggests is for you to create some distance before you reach the point, because you may reach the point where you are going to finally stand up and say, right, sorry, but this is now what I'm prepared to accept or not accept, you know, and now you're going to listen to me type thing. And this card can speak about creating some distance and separating yourself from this situation before that happens, because it may not serve you in the best way to finally reach that point where you feel you may explode to some extent and finally assert yourself to the point where you are saying, right, enough. I'm not going to accept this anymore, and this is what I will accept. Now, that sounds quite strange actually, because you'd think that if somebody is behaving in that way, in this selfish, controlling, overly assertive way, then it would feel like you've almost got the right to stand there and put your foot down. But this card is about staying focused, to be honest. It's about gaining clarity and staying focused. Not about losing it. And if somebody else is coming across in a controlling, assertive, selfish way, then you don't want to find yourself then behaving in the same way or becoming overly assertive yourself because of their negative actions. Because, and strangely enough, I have to say, the Chariot is the card for Cancer. So, you know, we have your card here. So I don't know if it is actually you, for some reason, that may be exhibiting this negative behavior at the moment, where you are in the driving force, so to speak. You are the driving force, and you are being the one that is becoming controlling and lacking in sensitivity towards others. You know, maybe it's possible because with this Six of Pentacles being reversed, you know, maybe somebody does owe you money, or maybe that situation is there where you feel somebody is taking from you, and it's then causing you to have this energy of the Chariot reversed, whereby you then, feel the need to assert yourself and become, because somebody here is feeling oppressed or restricted in some way. It could just simply be that you are feeling restricted or oppressed because there is a lack of finances at the moment. Because you are having to juggle your finances at the moment. Maybe you have bitten off more than you can chew in terms of something that you have purchased or a business that you've set up, and it's then causing you to have to juggle your finances so much because there is a lack of finances. And then that is creating this feeling where you are feeling very much out of the driving seat within an area of your life at the moment, where you are feeling that you don't have the control within your life at the moment that you want, because the finances are not there. Or finances that maybe have been promised to you to be repaid to you have not been. Because the Chariot card should be you at the steering wheel, so to speak, charging ahead. The Chariot card upright is a very good card to have. As I said, it's you at the steering wheel charging ahead and dictating what direction you're going in. The fact it's reversed, it's somebody else, so to speak, is in the driving seat, or you are feeling that somebody else is in the driving seat of your life at the moment, and that you are not able to make the decisions that you want to make in regards to your life because you don't feel you have the control there at the moment. And I feel this is all linked in regards to finances within your life. Either somebody owes you a large sum of money and hasn't repaid it, or you owe somebody else a large sum of money and have not been able to repay it. Or there's just something chaotic going on around you that you are having to juggle, and it's making you feel that you are out of control within your life, that you don't have the control that you want. Now, I wanted to pull one more card. We have here the first card with your own energy, which is the Six of Cups. It is reversed, okay? Now, strangely enough, again, the cups are to do with your emotions now, more than finances. Now, the Six of Cups reversed talks about bitter memories from the past. It can talk about hard feelings, okay? Hard feelings that you may have against somebody else. It can be a card of nostalgia, an inability to let go of something from the past, feeling emotionally trapped within the past. And you know what? I just feel at the moment there's somebody around you that you are feeling extremely bitter towards. There's somebody that you've got hard feelings against at the moment. Maybe somebody does owe you money. Maybe somebody has promised you something financially and hasn't delivered. Only you'll know what area of your life this is. But I feel that for some reason, you are feeling out of control within your life at the moment. You don't feel that you have the reins. You feel that somebody else is holding the reins and steering your life in a direction that you maybe don't want your life to go in. And that you don't seem to feel that you have the power to be able to change that. It may be that you don't have the finances to change it. It may be that emotionally you are emotionally drained maybe, and you don't have that fight in you to grab the reins back. I don't know. But some of you, I'm pretty sure, in some area of your life, your feeling is out of control. And I truthfully feel it's more to do with your finances or some business or work situation within your life. That something seems and feels very chaotic at the moment. So chaotic that, as I said, you don't feel that you are the driving force. You don't feel that you are in the driving seat in terms of your own life or decisions at the moment. It's like somebody else has all the control and you don't. So, Cancer, that was quite an intense reading, actually. And I really don't know if this is going to make sense to anybody at all. Because as I kept, and I don't want to keep repeating myself, but somebody's definitely controlling somebody else. And it's making the other person feel very, very, very out of control within their own life, which isn't nice. It could be something to do with the past. I don't know. Or the Six of Cups could have shown up to emphasize the impact it may be having on you in an emotional way. I don't know. And as I said, I don't know if this is going to make sense to any of you. I know it can't resonate with all of you. Maybe some of the reading may make sense to some of you. We'll see. But look, if you have liked this video, please give it the thumbs up. If you haven't, by all means, give it the thumbs down. If you wish to leave a comment, I'm, very grateful if you do. And as you now know in my previous videos, whenever somebody comments, I always make sure I reply. It has been a slightly negative reading for the month of October. And to be honest, it feels quite intense in some way. Somebody's feeling very much out of control here. Yeah. But anyway, as I said, this is the general reading for October. I will be back again soon to do your relationship reading and the new reading for single people for October. If you would like a private reading, then please contact me. My contact details are in the description box on previous videos. You can email me, whichever way you want to contact me, and I will be more than happy to arrange a private reading for you. So once again, I hope this makes sense to somebody and you have enjoyed this reading, and I will speak to you again soon for the rest of the October readings. Thank you for watching. Bye.